what might we use these for in art class? I recently found this awesome artist, Grant Hafner, who makes these beautiful paintings of roads and sunsets and skies, and I love the lines in his paintings. It inspired me to learn more about how I could make these types of lines in an artwork, so I started to explore squeegee painting. I found that I could turn my squeegee paintings into almost anything, like a collage, a landscape drawing, or even just an abstract art. Let's get started exploring squeegee painting. At the tables, you'll find paints, squeegees, messy mats, Q-tips, and other materials used to spread the paint on the paper. When exploring squeegee painting, the important things you need to do are write your name and class code on every paper you use. Put your finished papers on the drying rack neatly and carefully. Whenever you're finished using a tool or a squeegee, you wipe it off, and you leave Q-tips with the same paint colors. When you are painting, you can make sure you're walking carefully around the room and help your friends out if they need a little bit of help. The main trick to squeegee painting is using small amounts of paint at the top or the side of your paper, and then you'll be scraping that paint across the paper with a squeegee or a different tool. So right now I'm just using kind of dots of paint. I don't want to spread it out too thin, so kind of globs of paint with a Q-tip, and then once I'm done and happy with the colors, I take my squeegee and pull the paint down. Okay. You can also experiment with pulling the paint different directions if you'd like it to mix, like you can see here. Make sure you're holding on to your paper so that it doesn't rip or crinkle. Notice how I take a paper towel and wipe off the excess paint onto my squeegee. Now this painting, I'm wanting to turn it into something, so I made sky colors, and then the bottom half of my painting I want to turn into a ground. So I made kind of a horizon line to show where the rest of my paint is going to go. So I'm choosing colors that make sense for what I'm making. Then I'll take my squeegee again, scrape and pull the paint downwards. Sometimes you can do it just once, or you can experiment with multiple scrapes. This time, instead of cleaning off my squeegee, I'm going to use the extra paint left over, set aside this paper that I'm done with, take a smaller paper and use that extra paint to make a design. I still will probably need to wipe the squeegee off. There will still be a little bit left, and I want to make sure it's clean for the next person who wants to use it. So every time you do your squeegee art, the dots of paint should be towards the top or the side of your paper. You're holding onto your paper and scraping with the squeegee, cleaning it off whenever you're done using it, unless you want to use that excess paint on a smaller piece of paper. After you're done using the excess paint, you could even add more. And there's also going to be some other smaller tools that you can use for smaller papers to pull the paint around your paper. The biggest things we need to remember are to write our names and class codes on every paper, use lots of different sizes of paper, and put them on the drying rack when we're done. Feel free to use that excess paint on your squeegee on other papers, but wipe it off as soon as you're done using it. Leave your Q-tips with the correct colors and walk carefully around the room. I cannot wait to see all of the squeegee fun you get to today.